Hi everyone, my name is Nadav Assor. I'm the Expanded Media faculty at the Studio Art Department at Connecticut College. And I want to start by talking about what is expanded media. So the way we came up with this term is we looked for something that is about bridging old and new media. So it's really about working with any kind of electronic time-based media, from animation to sound, interactive performance to augmented reality, 3D graphics, video, and more, but always bringing in your connection to your body, to your peers, to the place and space you're at. So it's work that often comes from and goes back to the physical world by way of the digital. Thinking critically and experimentally about the technologies we use. What classes are included in this area? So the very first class you'll probably encounter in expanded media is the Introduction to Time-Based Digital Art. It's a 100-level concourse that focuses on the many ways that you can become sensitized to the world around you, your perception of it, the role that electronic media plays in forming that perception, and how we as artists can take control of this process. For example, in one part of the class, we use sound as a means of thinking about our local ecosystem, walking through the arboretum and along the shoreline and just listening, as well as sometimes even talking to scientists and others about the meanings behind these sounds. Capturing field recordings and creating our own sonic worlds. In another part of this class, we learn about digital appropriation, remixes, mashups, copyright in art and digital art. Other classes I teach include video installation, sound art, and experiments in digital 3D. In each of those, we approach the media as a malleable art material. So, for example, in sound art, we create wearable sound sculptures, make amplified objects that are used in this kind of very playful, improvisational manner, but also function as sculptures. In video installation, we learn to literally paint with video, right, as this kind of, again, tangible material almost, using anything from strobing lights to feedback loops with video mixers and old televisions, analog televisions, but also pretty contemporary digital technology such as projection mapping software that we use to combine images you shoot in our green screen studio with buildings on campus so that your projections actually merge with the architecture. What does our studio support? It's a pretty wide range of equipment. It's pretty flexible ways you could work with it. We have, of course, video production equipment for HD and 4K with lighting, green screen, and even some mobile setups that include GoPro cameras and other kind of more experimental varieties. We have a range of sound input and output equipment, from more traditional microphones and speakers for installations and field recording and so on, to more experimental, again, items such as electromagnetic pickup microphones that can pick up the sounds, the invisible kind of electromagnetic vibrations around us, as well as transducer speakers that can vibrate solid surfaces. And then in the area of 3D, we have recently set up 2 virtual reality workstations that allow you to use software such as Google's Tilt Brush that lets you paint, draw in both semi-traditional media, but also in things like fireflies and audio-reactive electrical sparks in this virtual world, or Adobe Medium, which is virtual sculpting software. And then all of this pretty seamlessly connects with Autodesk Maya, which is this industry standard modeling and animation software that we use in the 3D class, and that's installed on all of our Hood Lab computers, alongside the standard Adobe suite and all of the other sound and video tools we use. So it's a pretty wide range of equipment, but the beauty of working with digital media these days is that most of you carry in your pockets a device that is incredibly powerful and can be used to make a lot of this work, right? So we've used smartphones or tablets checked out from the library that supports us in this way. to do anything from shooting professional quality videos, recording sound, creating 3D scans of people's faces and printing them. Pretty wide range of capabilities. So you don't necessarily even need all this fancy equipment to implement some of the stuff that we learn in expanded media. And of course, a final note is that all of the expanded media classes in Studio Art are cross-listed with the Ammerman Center for Arts and Technology because there's a lot of shared interest, obviously, between students who choose to pursue a certificate at the center and students interested in using various kinds of electronic media in their art practice. So I hope this was a helpful lightning tour. If you'd like any more information about this area within Studio Art, please reach out to me. My email is Nassor, Nassor, @concal.edu. Looking forward to see and hear you around.